here's what's happening for Marie. Marie is trying to launch a product on Amazon. She doesn't want to buy too much of a product initially, of course. So instead what she's doing is she's going for a private label company like this, Private Label Superfoods, and getting them to do it, all right? So their first order is 200 units, which is actually not many at all. And it's very, very low, believe me. However, that's still too many, and that's cool. So Marie says, do I know anybody else? So what I do, and this is something I teach in the training as well, you want to contact at least 15 suppliers. So if you're getting supplies in China, or if you're getting supplies here in Australia, you've still got to contact 15 people. You've still got to go through that process. You don't get to shortcut that. Well, you can shortcut it, but the results speak for themselves. So instead, don't do that. Instead, go to Google and go search. And what you want to search for is short run. That means a small amount. Private, in your case, label supplements Australia. That's a good search. There you go. And then check all of these people out and ask them about what they're doing, okay? The one I know that does small runs is Super Blends. They do small runs of products. You can basically buy a tiny amount from them, like 1 unit if you want to. So there's that. The other thing I will say as well is do not ever be tempted to email these people. You really must call them, especially if they're in Australia. There's no good excuse for not calling them. If you call them, oftentimes, if they've got an MOQ of 200, within that first conversation, you can get that down to 100. Oftentimes, you can do that just by virtue of the fact that you're on the phone, they can hear you, they know you're legitimate, they know they can build a relationship with you. And these are just people just like you and I, you know, they don't want to turn the business away. So yeah, and I will often as a strategy, suppose their minimum order quantity is 200, and let's suppose for ease of math that it's $10 a unit. So 200 by 10, $2,000. What I'll say to them is, if you will let me order 100 instead of paying 10, I will pay 13 for each unit. So I'll pay more. And the reason I do that is because I am more interested in my overall spend than my individual spend. So if I launch a product on Amazon and I've spent $2,000 and it doesn't sell, then that's $2,000 up the swanny. Whereas if I've launched a product on Amazon and I've spent $1,300, even though I've got less product, well, I've actually not invested $700 into it, and while I'm testing products, I'm more interested in that. So I use that a lot, and you will be surprised how well that works. I am yet to find a supplier who won't do that deal with me. They think you're nuts, but if you think about it from a business point of view, total amount of money on the line, which is what you should think of, it makes sense. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.